You want to build muscle and you want to build muscle quick. And I know you're wondering, should you cut, should you bulk, or what you should do? So it really depends on where you really are. So where did I start? So I'm not like a hard gainer, okay? Like it's very easy for me to put on weight. So I started off as an obese kid. 14, 15, I had a bunch of gyno from all the extra estrogen that I had from all the fat that I had. So yeah, I started lifting at 15 years old. I've been on and off, but because of medical school, I've been like not hitting the gym as hard. But now I'm out of med school for like less than a year and I'm trying to hit the gym hard again. So I'm making gains again. But the way you assess what you should do in terms of caloric intake to build muscle is to see where you really are. If you're around 20% body fat and you don't have any visible abs and you're clearly overweight, your focus should be lowering your calories. So you're gonna lower your calories. Let's say you're 200 pounds. You should be eating around, you start off eating around 2,700 calories if you're 200 pounds, 2,800 calories. And then as your body weight goes down, slowly take the calories down. So like from 2,800, you might go down to as little as 2,200 calories. Because you're new, you will be building muscle at the lower caloric intake. And I do believe whenever you have body fat, that body fat will be used as an energy source for you to build muscle. And it happens to me all the time. I'm barely ever in caloric surplus. If I ever gain weight, it's because, I don't know, life happens and sometimes you just want to eat good food and you're not really focused on just the diet. But the muscle that you build, you can definitely, if you have excess body fat, you can use that fat to build muscle. Absolutely. No matter what people tell you, you don't need to be eating 4,000 calories or 3,500 calories to build muscle. If you don't have any visible abs, you clearly have some fat visible, okay? Eat anywhere from 2,700 calories, 2,800 calories if you're 200 pounds. If you're 180 pounds, eat like 2,500 calories. If you're 160 pounds, eat like 2,350, like 2,400 calories. If you're like 130, 140 pounds, like 2,200, 2,100. If you're overweight, if you clearly have some fat. But of course, if you're like 130, 140 pounds, you need to eat a little bit more. Clearly, you're a hard gainer. It's hard for you to gain weight. So after you realize where you really are and what you need to start with, the best plan you can do, go to the gym at least 4 times a week. And the best split you can do, and there's no need to change the split at all, is literally pull, push, legs. If you're doing pull, push, legs, you always guaranteed to build muscle, okay? For pulling movements, of course, you're doing back, you're doing biceps, you're doing real delts. You're gonna do this religiously every week. Now for the push day, you're gonna do chest, you're gonna do front delts, you're gonna do side delts, and you're gonna do some triceps. And and for leg day, you're just gonna do legs. Just keep doing that. Once you get better at recovery, you do 3 days on, 1 day off. So you'll do pull, push, legs, a day off, and then another pull, push, legs, and another day off. So it would look like Monday pull, Tuesday push, Wednesday legs, Thursday off, Friday pull, Saturday push, Sunday legs, Monday off. And you go on Tuesday pull, Wednesday push, Thursday legs, and then Friday off. That's how it works. And it's simple. Just keep doing this. And how many exercises do you need for what? Like depends on what your goals are. Like if you wanna, like I would say for back, do 3 to 4 exercises, 3 sets each. Always go to failure. Always have your rep ranges anywhere from 6 to 15 reps. Okay, these are the best rep ranges for building muscle, 6 to 15 reps. Personally, I like going a little bit higher reps. I've been training for a long time. Anytime I do anything 5 to 7 reps, I tend to get injuries. Even so, the form is right and you do the warm up. So yeah, I do prefer sometimes a little bit higher reps, especially on things like tricep extensions, because it's so easy to mess up your elbow. If you're young, you don't have any tendonitis, you don't have any problems. But as you get older, you're going to realize all these exercises that you were hammering, if you were not doing the right weight that you could control, or it was like, even so you were controlling it, but you were only doing like skull crushers, doing 6 reps of it, now your elbow's really hurting and you wish you never did this much weight. So make sure you avoid injuries and don't do anything stupid. Now, in terms of cardio, again, depends. Are you overweight or are you underweight? It really depends. It's that simple. Make sure you're getting your protein. Protein is the most important thing. Get at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I like going higher because I just feel fuller that way. So I don't have to eat the junk food. Now, in terms of carbohydrates or fats, it again depends on you. But personally, I would just go a little bit higher on fats and lower on carbs. The only carb sources I really have are berries and blueberries, and I buy them frozen because they're more fresh that way. And yeah, like you just have some frozen berries for carbohydrates. Another good carb source would be sweet potatoes or just regular potatoes. And yeah, like just bake them or air fry them. That's about it. For protein, you're going to have your chicken. I know eggs have fat, but it's a great protein source and it's a great source of nutrients that you really need. So yeah, fish is good. Just get your basic animal protein. I know there's people who want to go vegan, but veganism is not that great for building muscle. I was plant-based for like 4 months and I was hitting my protein intake and I was eating actually more calories, but somehow I ended up actually just feeling weaker and weaker and weaker. And I did lose some muscle by being plant-based. Even so, I tried to train as hard as I was training animal-based. Even with lower calories on animal-based diet, I'm able to be stronger. So yeah, it's individual based, but I truly believe that if you're plant-based, it's just hard for you to build muscle, even as a vegetarian. Eat whole foods. Always prioritize whole foods. Yeah, if you have a busy lifestyle, have your whey protein. And out of all the supplements that you could possibly take, make sure you take creatine. That's the best supplement and the most studied supplement. Anywhere from 5 grams to 10 grams of creatine per day. That's about it. Just to summarize, you're going to go to the gym almost every day. You're going to do your pull push legs, a day off, pull push legs, day off. And you're going to keep doing that until your body really needs rest, and you can take like 2 or 3 days off. But honestly, I don't even like taking more than 3 days off. Once you're putting on this new tissue, once you're putting on this new muscle, it's very easy for it to go away, if you're not hitting the gym consistently. So make sure you're staying consistent. Consistency is key. You cannot just go hard, balls to the wall 6 months and then just take a month off. You cannot do that. Practically, if you train for 6 months and you take a month off, I don't really know how much muscle you would really be able to build that way. Like you're not, like if you're consistent, you've been training for 3 years, if you take a month off or 2 months off, all those 6 months kind of go to waste almost. So make sure you don't take big breaks. Or if you cannot train too intensely, even if you're not going to failure, just going through the movements that will help you maintain the muscle that you gained. At least just make sure you're staying consistent. Make sure you're also staying consistent with your protein intake. You cannot just have every day you should be hitting at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, at least. And like I said, depending on what your goals are, I do believe you can build muscle on maintenance calories. You don't need to go into caloric surplus. You're going to go into caloric surplus, you're just going to build just a bunch of fat. And then you're going to try to lose all this fat. And then you're back to the point where you began practically, because you dieted too hard and you kind of lost the muscle that you gained. This happens all the time to people. Yeah, there are people who are blessed where they can just bulk and it's so easy for them to bulk. And, they don't gain that much fat. But I say majority of us will gain a lot of fat and we will lose a lot of fat, on the cut, but we're also going to lose a lot of muscle. So the best way, I say for majority of people, I say 80 to 90% of people, is to be at maintenance calories, at most 100 to 200 calories surplus. That's it. That's all you really need to build muscle. And yeah, like I said, consistency is key. Make sure you're getting that protein. Personally, like let's say a 200-pound person, I would say I like getting more than 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if I'm 200 pounds, I'll be eating 240 grams of protein, 220 grams of protein. In terms of carbohydrates, I'll be eating like 200 to 300 grams of carbohydrates at most. And then the rest would be fats, depending on what my caloric intake goal is. So yeah, that's how you build muscle. It's very simple.